back to another episode of Draft League. We're in week 2 here, starting in Tier A, Theta versus Cactus. Looks like we're in Master League here. We've got Rhyperior versus Mamo. Pretty sort of neutral lead. Both these. Mamo's probably got a little bit more bulk to it, but Mamoswine gets those avalanches very quickly. So Surf coming through now. Let's see if the Mamo shields. Does, so they're matching shields at this time, but I imagine the Mamo's going to outpace the Rhyperior here, but obviously the fast move from Rhyperior is doing a bit more damage, so let's see what happens here. Another shield to match, I would have thought, so we'll be going into the back, no shields here, so Avalanche just coming through now, but the Mamo's in perfect farm down range, so this match is far from over. In comes Gyarados there. Let's see what he replies with. He's got his Zekrom. A wild charge is going to do a lot of damage here, but he's going to get to the crunch first. And Theta's got that Dragonite in the back there, so should probably be able to farm this down. I imagine Cactus will probably swap out. All really depends on what he's got in the back here. It shows Snorlax, so I think Theta might even have this one. First Dragon Claw coming through. The Dragonite's going to have to take a body slam, but I think it can, even from a shadow, and it'll get to a second Dragon Claw here, and provided it's got a little bit of energy left, yeah, it's got plenty left, so it should be able to Dragon Breath down the Zekrom in the back here, but super tight game, and in the end, winning lead probably not, didn't work out for the best there. Let's go, and we've got a bonus game from these two because they played out some really good battles. I think Theta ended up winning 2-1, but all their games were, except for Ultra, I think was a bit of a landslide, but the other ones are super close. So we're in great league here. So Theta tried to dodge the rock slide there, going into Toxicroak, and Galvantula has come in. Now the Galvantula's got a shield there that shields the first move. And Theta thinks he can get to another Mud Shot, and he can quite easily here. Now that it's been debuffed, Cactus probably won't shield this and doesn't, but once again he's going to have to throw, and it's in perfect farm down range, depending on what Theta brings back in here. Either way is good. Mud Shot down would be nice, but he quickly dispenses with it and brings the Cast Form back in. Stunfisk throwing its move here. This is probably Rock Slide. That would do super effective. Probably not KO, but anyway, they're going to be matching shields here again. It's really going to come down to what's in the back here. That Swampert can do a good job against this Stunfisk, and he's jumped out on the move there perfectly. This could be either Earthquake or Rock Slide. He's caught an Earthquake there. Not ideal, but better than getting it on the Cast Form. And Cactus has jumped out on the move too, so they're sack swapping on each other here. Great game, and he's got Ninetales in the back, so yeah, look, Swampert should be able to dispense with this. The question is, and it's what it's going to come down to, is he going to get Mud Shot down here by this Stunfisk before he gets to Hydro? Oh, he's right at the Hydro, and unfortunately this is going to be an Earthquake, so that Cast Form's going to cop it here. But a super tight game. Super tight game. Alright, next match we're going into is Antag versus Ash. They had some pretty good games as well. So, first game here I think we're going to be seeing is, looks like it's Master League here. So, pretty interesting league leads here. Hydreigon's probably got the upper hand with that Dark Pulse, but it is pretty flimsy. Even Side Strikes do hurt it. But let's see what Antag looks like. He's going straight for the Hail Mary here. This will one-shot if it gets let through. Oh, and it does. Look at that. See you later. Mewtwo's just such a beast. But unfortunately here, it's probably not going to be looking too good for him. This will do nothing, and he's revealed that he's got the Focus Blast. So Ash knows he can safely come in and farm all the way down, and Antag's realised that, so he's had to bring in sort of a neutral kind of swap here. But Ash has done a great job swapping on the move here. Looks like he's gone into Giratina, so that was a great swap. And this is matches hanging in the balance right now. Can't really see who's got the edge here. It looks like it's going to come down to the wire. So he's thrown the Ominous Wind there, and Antag's called the bait. and he's going to throw these surfs. Unfortunately, I don't do a lot of damage against the Giratina, but a little bit of chip. And he gets a shield, so that's terrific. So he'll probably let this go now, knowing that he's done enough there. And Ash farms down and gets a little bit of extra energy. Alright, Mewtwo comes back in here. He decides to throw. Probably a wise move. A Side Strike would be enough to KO. Another Ominous Wind. So he's still got a little bit of energy there. And in comes the Gira Altered here. Probably could have used that a bit earlier, but he's got Dragon Breath on it, and he gets the Dragon Claw here, which will probably KO. But Ash looks like, or he's convinced he can get to a Shadow Ball here. So, a bit of lag, and down he goes. It's not too good, but this Lugia's got quite a bit of energy, and it's an absolute tank, so I don't think this game's over just yet. So he gets the last shield with a Sky Attack, so an Aeroblast would probably just about do this, but this seems too early for Aeroblast. So it looks like he's decided to go double Sky Attack. Those Dragon Tails are definitely chipping away. This Shadow Sneak, probably not going to be enough. I just wonder, because he's running Dragon Breath, whether he should have gone double Dragon Claw instead. Because looks like he's going to get, he's gotten beaten to the move here, and will this be a farm down before it? Yeah, he was right on the move. So double Dragon Claw, probably the way to go. Super tight game there. Let's see what Telford and Antag cook up for us. So it looks like we're in Great League here. I've put this one in double speed, and you can probably see why already. Icy Winds versus Surfs here. They're basically hitting each other with feathers here, and this could take a while. So Skull Bash coming through, that'll do a little bit more, but Telford's onto that and he's shielded. But yeah, it's pretty much who blinks first here. Whoever decides that they have got better things to do is going to be the first to switch out of this matchup. So another move coming through here. But yeah, this is getting pretty neutral now, and debuffs versus defense increases. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. And this is actually in double speed, so it's faster than the other ones, and it still seems like it's going slower. And now we're throwing Aqua Jet, so it's gotten out of control. And Tag's had enough. He's going to try and charm this Dugong down. He's going to get hit with an Icy Wind here, which is unfortunate, but it's gone now, and he's still got a pretty healthy Lapras in the back, so could come in handy. Alright. Oh, Meganium, this isn't good. If he shields this move, I'd say he's won the game. Oh, but he doesn't. So, yep, I think that's turned the tide there. Had he shielded that move, he probably could have gone straight through with the Meganium. And he's got farmed down by the Lapras here, and it's a Medicham in the back. So, game's not over. Probably throw the Surf here and get straight out into that Sableye, and he's got to look to Shadow Claw down. Telford's not shielded again, and that means that the Sableye can come in, double shield, and just Shadow Claw down without throwing a move here. So, looks like GG's. He's throwing his power-up punches, but Antag can just safely shield this one, and I don't think he'll get to another move here, and doesn't. So, GG's. Alright, we're into the next match. Piccolo Cactus. Always good. Top of the leaderboard clash. These matches are never for the faint-hearted, so looks like we're in Ultra League here. Ooh, shocking lead. Depending on the moveset, yeah, that's a shocking lead. Shadow Claw on that Typhlosion, so Piccolo's gotten out of there, and fair enough, and he's got a little bit of an energy lead here. These Surfs are doing super effective against the Regirock, so it's pretty good. He can look to win Switchback here if he wants to. He's certainly going to strip a few shields if this Regirock wants to survive. Geez, that Stone Edge does a lot of damage. Gets to the second Surf here. Cactus will have to shield, otherwise he's going to get farmed down, I reckon. So he's shielding. I would say Piccolo's going to match shields here. He'll be able to get to another Surf and KO this Regirock before it can get to another move after this. So let's see if Cactus decides to commit both his shields here. This will be big. He does. And Piccolo's keeping him on his toes here, going straight back into the Cresselia. Not such a bad matchup now. Cresselia can take a Blast Burn, and because that Typhlosion doesn't have any shields, he can go straight for the Future Sight, and a Moonblast after this move will be enough to KO this thing. And yeah, he's looking in pretty good shape. He's still got a bit of energy on the Lapras, and the Melmetal in the back does not want to see a Typhlosion. So if you can get rid of this, depending on what Cactus has got in the back, he's probably in reasonable shape considering the lead he had. So he'll throw this here. This will get rid of the Typhlosion. He's still reasonable amount of energy. He should be able to get to another move here. Don't think he'll bring the Regirock back in. It's Articuno. So with the Melmetal in the back here, things are looking pretty good, but it's going to be tight, so let's see what happens. Throws the Future Sight here. The Regirock's got a little bit of energy, but can it outpace the Melmetal to the move? Probably not, so Piccolo's playing heads-up play here. He's brought the Lapras back in to put pressure on that Articuno to use its energy. It's now energy dry. He can come in here, and Cactus hasn't swapped, so looks like it's GG's here. Melmetal's an absolute wall to Articuno, so even though he's taking Icy Winds, he can just power up to a couple of moves here, throw the Rock Slide. This will KO the Articuno, and I think he wins CMP and he's at the move, so, and I don't think the Reggie is at the move, so this Superpower is going to go through and KO. So bad lead, good comeback. Alright, next game we've got here is Theta versus Piccolo. Another good set of matchups here. Theta's definitely improved over the seasons. We're in Master League here. Great lead for Theta, but Melmetal's not without play here. Superpower will do super effective. So looks like Piccolo's going to throw here. He's going to do the Ding Dong Dash, and out he goes. He's into that Palkia. Pretty good response here. All really depends on the shielding situation. So he's got to the Draco, he's throwing the Aqua Tail, and he gets a shield, which is great. So what he can do now is he can go straight for the Draco. I don't think Theta's going to commit 2 shields to his Lugia, particularly as that Melmetal can come back in and wall it. And the Draco's gone through, but it doesn't KO this absolute monster. And he's got energy here. Piccolo, didn't look like he shielded, but apparently he did. And another Sky Attack coming through here. And unfortunately that Draco's making his attack lower. So the Lugia wins anyway after taking a Draco. But it's a good situation for the Melmetal to be in. Piccolo can take a Surf on it here, and he got at least 1 or 2 Thunder Shocks in, so he can get to the Superpower, and he can Ding Dong Ditch again here. Swampet's still a really good response to a Rhyperior, and it just a matter of what Theta has in the back, and he's not swapping. So I reckon Piccolo will command a shield here because he knows whatever's in the back is weak to Swampert, so he wants to keep the Swampert healthy. He can throw here. He's got 2 Hydro Cannons almost worth of energy. Whatever's in the back's going to cop an Earthquake or a couple of Hydros, and it's a Metagross, so it's GG's here. This Earthquake almost one shot, and the Mud Shots after will certainly finish it off. So good little matchup there, but yeah, pretty comfortable in the end. Alright, let's see what Telford and Ash have got for us in Tier A here. It's been some really close games. These two obviously came up from Tier B last season. Let's see who's got the win here. Telford's got a great lead here. That Bite Tyranitar is going to make mincemeat of the Giratina. Ash has gone into Landorus. Telford a bit slow on the swap there. Looks like he was building up a bit of extra energy. Gets to the Ominous Wind here. Ash is going to shield, but he's got a lot of energy here, so he'll be looking to land an Earth Power if he can, but he's going to throw Rock Slide first. So let's see if Telford calls the bait. And he gets a shield there, which is great. So let's see if he decides to go Rock Slide again. He is. So let's see if he gets the other shield here. Will Telford commit 2 shields? He doesn't. So yeah, probably needs to stop playing tricky games there and throw the Earth Power now. If this goes through, just about KO. Oh, not quite. And this Ominous Wind will KO, so he'll let this go. But look, he's done some serious damage to that Giratina, and he can look to come down and farm some energy with the Mewtwo here. But still a bit concerning. Didn't quite get the full farm down there, which was unfortunate. But we've got this Tyranitar in the back, and it's really good against both his Mons. So he's jumped out back into the Giratina. Looks like he's throwing the move here, but yeah, Tyranitar's so good against both these Mon. Oh, actually, he's brought the Gardevoir in here. Thought he'd go back into Tyranitar, but doesn't really matter. This is such a good matchup as well. It was a good option, and the T-Tar's going to clean up whatever's left of either of them on there. He lets that go. Sensible move. T-Tar can just throw a crunch here, and that'll be the end of it. So, well played. yeah, not much that Ash could do there. Unfortunately, he brought two on that T-Tar could deal with. Now, results for TA. Looks like Piccolo's snagged another 5 wins and's taken a pretty big lead. Theda's a bit of a mover and shaker. He's moved into third. Epic's had a bit of a bad round. And Antag, as a result of all the other losses, has got into second there. So things are heating up. Let's have a look at Tier 2 now. We've got Eddie versus Hawk in the first game here. And by the looks of it here, it looks like we're in Ultra League. So should be interesting here. We've got a Dragon Breath Gira A versus a Gira O. Ominous Wind coming through here. Hawk opts not to shield and then throws the Dragon Claw. So Gira A with Dragon Breath probably has this matchup covered just at this level. It has that extra bulk, and this fast move pressure is pretty crazy. He will have to shield here, but he's got another Dragon Claw. So all the question of what Eddie wants to do here. Does he want to commit both shields? Probably not amazing at this stage to do so. He may not even get to another move with the Dragon Breath damage. So in comes Swampert. Well, he's got Surfetched in the back here to deal with this, so he'll probably let this go. Come in with the Surfetched. Gets to this Leaf Blade. Oh, Eddie, perfect swap there. What's he brought in? Oh, she's got Dragon Breath Charizard. Wow, that was really well played there. And it's going to be tough from here. It's actually tightened the game up perfectly. Throws the Dragon Claw there, but the Blast Burn's coming through from the Typhlosion. Even though it's resisted, it just about KO that Charizard. It's just a question of whether this Typhlosion can get to a move. Unfortunately, he can't swap out, and if he's getting mud-shotted down here. Yeah, look, that's game over. The Surfetch can't really take an Earthquake or 2 Hydros, and he's going to get to outpace him, and he's just thrown the Earthquake there, so that's the end of that one. All right, let's look into the next game. We've got Hawk versus Jack Narch here. This game looks like it's Cresselia. It's probably Ultra League. No, we're in Great League here. So Haunter's a pretty good answer in Great League. So they've swapped out there. Ferrothorn, good sort of neutral switch there. Pelipper would have been a great answer, but unfortunately it looks like it's running Water Gun. So this Ferrothorn's just going to take advantage of that. It's already thrown an Acid Spray, and yeah, look how much damage that does. So yeah, easy win of switch there. It's even taken shield advantage. He can look to Acid Spray again here, which will certainly make beating up that Venusaur a lot easier once he loses this matchup. A Frenzy Plant should be enough to do it here. He'll let this one go. But he's put himself in a really good spot to finish strong here. He might even get another move away. He's thrown another Power Whip here. So he'll get some resisted damage, but that Acid Spray will make it hit a little bit harder. Alright, he'll probably have to go back into the Cress here, obviously. But another move coming through. This will be Frenzy Plant. Does hit pretty hard, but this Cress is going to... and good heads-up play there by Jack Narch, but unfortunately doesn't quite make it. But lands the Shadow Ball. Wow, really had to shield there. You got 2 shields, got to use them. But he goes back in now with Cresselia. This Grass Knot's resisted. John opts not to shield. Can he get to a move? He does. This has certainly changed things now. It's going to be super tight here. He's thrown the Shadow Ball. I wonder if he had Shadow Punch there. 2 Shadow Punches could have been the difference here. He's going to have to shield this move. I think had to really shield the Haunter there and press that advantage, because I think he's probably going to lose here. The Future Sight's coming through. Hawk can shield, and the Future Sight will KO that Venusaur. But yeah, good match there. Good fight back. Unfortunately, the moveset on the Pelipper made it a little bit difficult in that secondary matchup. But good game. All right, now we're looking at J-Slice and Chipsy. Two of the... Chipsy's just been knocked down from Tier A, so he'll be keen to make a good impression here. It looks like we could be in Master League here. And Jono or J-Slice is looking to make an impression in his first season. He's gone into Magnezone here. Groudon's licking his lips here. Unfortunately, the little UFO can't play with the big boys. This dinosaur's going to dominate here, and there's not much he can do about it. He's throwing mirror shots here. The attack has fallen, which is probably the best he can ask for. But even with that attack drop, this fire punch is just about going to KO the UFO. And yeah, he even gets a bit of farm because of the attack drop, so that didn't work out too well. See what happens in this next matchup. Comes in with Togekiss, which is a pretty good response. He's got some residual energy here, so he's probably going to get 2 to 3 fire punches away and just chip away at that Togekiss, and that's all he really needs to do. The Groudon's done its work here. Just chip away here, and then he'll be able to get back in with that Mamoswine and put some pressure on with the Powder Snow. But the Togekiss does have a little bit of energy here, so not all is lost, but it's really low. So yeah, could be Powder Snow down if he wants to commit a shield. I reckon he'll swap out as soon as he swaps in here, and he does. And the Gyarados comes in, but it's a waterfall Gyarados by the looks of things. So straightforward matchup becomes a little bit more difficult here. That obviously the Palkia is going to be resisting those waterfalls, and he can sort of just chip down here with Aqua Tails. So yeah, it does make it a little bit more difficult. He's going to shield here so he can get to the move. Wants to make sure he gets that gets the outrage through. I reckon he'll shield though. He's onto that, and he can probably farm down from here, and does. So it leaves this match a little bit precarious. Throws the Aqua Tail here. Probably needs to shield, and does. But I imagine he can probably get to another Aqua Tail before getting KO'd here. This Avalanche would do some serious super effective damage because of the Dragon typing. Shields that. Just got to get to another Aqua Tail here, but doesn't get to the move. I reckon he's probably on the move right now, and unfortunately that Avalanche is going to KO, so Chipsy's back in this. What's this? Probably only H and Power, which won't KO, so it's going to come down to the wire here. Can he Powder Snow down before the charms sink in? It gets to the move, so absolute clutch. 1 HP in a dream, as they say, and he'll be pretty happy with that one. Jono might be a little bit dirty. Alright, let's see how he goes against Salibra in his other game here. Alright, looks like we're going to be in Master League here. Great lead for Sally. These avalanches, one avalanche will probably just about KO with these ice shards. Looks like Ominous Wind decides to shield, but that's okay. Can do. Probably wouldn't have done too much damage, but gets this move through now, and Jono's definitely going to have to shield this, and does. So, let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get... Oh, swaps on the move there. This is probably going to be a Shadow Ball, though. It's still going to do a ton of damage, but can look to Dragon Breath down here. He's onto that. Brings the Swampert in. Not amazing, given that she's only got Wild Charge. This will be a Hydro. This won't KO. She's only got Wild Charge available to her, but it will still do a chunk of damage, so chuck it, see what happens, and then might be able to get a bit of farming done on the Swampert with that Dialga. Oh, she's brought the Glaceon back in here. This is super risky. One Hydro is going to KO. She's going to look to try and Ice Shard down here, but yeah, I don't think she's going to make it. And yeah, it's only missed out by one fast move, but that's going to KO the Glaceon, and all that energy's gone. And unfortunately, this Dialga might have a little bit too much to do in the end here. Perhaps the play was to farm up some energy and then swap just near the end and Dragon Breath down the Swampert. Keep the Glaceon and its energy in the back. He's brought in his Palkia and realised, nah, it's out of its league and not going to get to that Draco. So he's had to bail out there, but this Giratina might be able to get to a move here. Just gets to a move. This is only going to be Ominous Wind though, I reckon. But that will be enough. That Palkia should be an Aqua Tail, and then it can probably Dragon Breath down. So super close match. Had that Glaceon not gone down to those Hydros, I reckon the result would have been different, but exciting in the end. Alright, let's see how Salibra and Chipsy go here. Geez, we've had some close matches this round, some really good plays too. It's been good to see. Okay, we'll see this match. Looks like we're going to be in Master League for this one. Oh, and we've got a Groudon Mirror on the lead. Are you going to Earthquake? Are you going to Fire Punch? It's always interesting to know. Sally's thrown early here. Definitely a Fire Punch, so I can't see Chipsy shielding this one. Just does neutral and not a great deal of damage. Certainly not what that Earthquake can do. He's built up to the Earthquake. but he's throwing fire punch too, and she's called the bait there, so we're one apiece here. Now, she's thrown early again, by the looks of things. Yep, another fire punch, but Chipsy wasn't 100% sure, but looks like she was one short of the move because he was one short. He's going to go for the nuke this time. Does she shield? Yes, she does. All right, well, that puts Sally a little bit ahead here. She's now at the earthquake. What's he going to do? He shields. Geez, neck and neck here. Now, he's at the he's throwing a fire punch this time. Is she going to call the bait? Yes, she is. So, is she going to be able to get to a move here? No, he's not even going to have it. He wants to make sure he wins switch, and fair enough, because and she shields. So, and he swaps on the move, and this is going to be an earthquake. So, great swap by Chipsy, and that could be pretty match defining here. Because he's got Dragon Breath this time. I'm glad. I hate that waterfall Gyarados he uses. Alright, so perfect swap for him here. He's got a bit of energy. All shields are down. Dialga comes in. He's going to be able to chip away hard at this thing. He's throwing the Outrage here. Obviously does neutral. Or Dragon Pulse. Wow, Dragon Pulse, not even Outrage. Interesting. Anyway, he's got that thing pretty low, but it's getting pretty close to a Draco. But Celebra swapped out there. Very intelligently done. And dodges the fire punch. Geez, that's a terrific play. Catches it on the Glaceon, which is unfortunate, but she had to protect her Dialga. Unfortunately, it was a good play, but the Groudon's got to another fire punch here and KO'd. So Celebra's got to rely on farming down and hitting the Draco here. So almost going to KO, but probably not quite. Oh, it's got Rock Throw too. She only survived to 2. I'm just wondering if she could have got double Iron Head, would have definitely done it. Anyway, we're looking at the matchups here, and Eddie and Chipsy look like the big winners this week. Sally Brown and Jack Natch managed to get 2, and Jay Slice got 1 win. Definitely wide open. The next couple of weeks is going to be pretty telling to see who takes a bit more of a lead in this league. It's going to be really exciting. So let's go into Tier C now, and we've got Semi-Naked Chef versus Dulcie here in the first game. 2 of the leaders in the group, so it should be good. Going to sort out the men from the boys this one. Looks like this is going to be Master League. So we've got Magnezone on a Dragonite here. So great lead for Dulcie. Obviously resisting those Dragon Breaths. Dialga into the Rhyperior here. Wow, he's even got him on the switch. Now, he's thrown the Surf here. Hopefully he gets a shield, but the ideal play with Rhyperior is to shield once and then farm Dialga all the way down. It can only get to 1 Iron Head, and you can leave that matchup with sort of 90 energy and enough to almost double Rock Wreck or whatever comes in and get those shields back. But he opts not to shield at all, so he's got something else in mind here. Still resisting those Dragon Breaths, but he's going to take his shield and throw a Mirror Shot here. I'm not sure this will be enough. But he's got another shield, so that's really, really good. So he should probably look to shield here. Just clever play, really. Throwing the move just before Semi-Naked was at the move. And yeah, it was Draco as well. So he's done well there. He's got plenty of energy on that Magnezone. But unfortunately, he's run straight into a Togekiss here. But shields are down, so this Hurricane's just about going to KO. And he can even come in and farm probably all the way down with that Magnezone and have a ton of energy in the back. Shield here. And yeah, he'll have double Wild Charge ready for that Dragonite. And it's flying typing means it's going to take some pretty heavy neutral damage. Wild Charge is just such a broken move as well. Obviously it debuffs you, so it sort of evens out a little bit. But geez, it takes a massive chunk off most things that don't resist it. So yeah, pretty textbook game and well played there by Dulcie. Semi-Naked's going to have to get him on the rematch on the other side. Now we're another 2 of the big guns. Dulcie again versus Mrs. Smithy here. Looks like we're in Master League again here. Pretty neutral sort of a lead, but I think Dragonite just edges out this one. So she swapped out and tried to snipe him on the with some charms there, but he's brought in his Rhyperior and it's running Rock Throw this time. So smart of him. He's changed his moveset since he fought Semi-Naked, and it's worked out here. That Rock Wrecker KOs, and he's one switch here. Now this Palkia though, it's going to look... No, it doesn't farm down. Probably could have safely, but just to be sure, Things are looking interesting now. In comes the Magnezone. What's going to happen here? Throws the Aquitail. Probably should shield here, but going to have to get these wild charges away at some stage. Probably when he can swap out. Yeah, he can swap out now, but she's making the play here, and she did well. Dragon Claw coming through. He's going to have to shield this. So yeah, the heads-up play is definitely keeping him on his toes here, but that Magnezone's got a lot of energy left. Would have been nice to perhaps get a wild charge away on the Power Gear before this matchup started, because he's obviously going to debuff himself, but let's see what happens. Alright, Just Dies there. He'll be able to farm this down, get a little bit more energy. This Dragon Claw won't do too much damage. So he'll be able to throw this wild charge. Oh, he's thrown his move there, which is a bit unfortunate. Probably should have looked to farm down, but doesn't matter. He's got the wild charge now. And he's going to die with it. Probably wasn't aware of what was happening there. Not sure why he was going for 2. But anyway, results in Tier C. Looks like the top 3 shared the points. G had a couple of forfeits, so he's snuck into equal second there. So next week's going to be pretty crazy. And speaking of next week, let's get into the game. So week 3 matches. Piccolo's got to take on Antag. So that's first versus second. Telford, who loves playing Cactus, gets a crack next week, and Ash versus Theta is going to be super interesting as well. Week 3 matches in Tier C. Dulcie, Seven Naked Chef are having another crack at it. That should be pretty interesting. So we'll see how they go there, and see what Tier B's got for us. Chipsy Eddie Mitts is going to be the match of the round there. Sort out whether or not Eddie keeps continuing at the top. Some other decent games there too. But we'll find out how we go next week. Thanks for stopping by.